Well, this is it. One pure quartz node, the output of which is split 8 different ways. Of those 8, 3 of them are merged and routed into 4 silica constructors, and the remaining 5 are merged and then split into 4, well, what do you even call this stuff? Quartz crystal constructors. Now, I had an earlier build, but it was based off a false premise. It would have involved me building 4 8-way splitters instead of just this one. Now, yeah, I know there isn't room for a second miner for this node, but I suppose I could just merge it with the output of the first miner if there's a Mark, I don't know, something else conveyor. There's got to be something beyond a Mark III if you can ratchet the output of a pure node past all the way up to 300, right? Oh boy. This, by far, it's conceptually, it is not the most complicated build. Far from it. That will be the Combine Factory. However, it is the most complicated build in terms of splitters and mergers. The column on the right is the 8-way splitter, and the column on the left is the merger for, actually it's both mergers. The merger for the silica constructors is on the bottom, and it sits on top of the splitters for the silica constructors, and the top 2 mergers are for the quartz crystal constructors. Now, if I were to go over, yeah, it's a bit of a roundabout way to do this. If I were to go up here and then over there, you can see the mergers and, well, not the splitters from here. Hang on a second. I'm going to see if I can't get a good look at them. Everything is very close packed in this build. I can't get up the ladder to the storage container. Wait. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, you see these 3 are the splitters for the 5-way for the quartz crystal constructors. Now, I had to sort of finagle things a little. It's not the most artistic build in the universe, but at least as far as I can tell, it works. So now, yeah, look at how long this took me. The first part of Phase 2 is already at 860. It's 86.5% complete. I'm just gonna let this run. Actually, strike that. As long as I'm here, I'm gonna see what's over on the other side. Yeah, I'm feeling like I got balls of steel here. Yeah, there's another one of those. Does it see me? Let me see. Aim. Fire. Oh, come on. Fire. Aim. Fire. Should be hitting it. This isn't archery. Okay, yeah, I must have got it that time. Okay, prepare for close combat. Strike that. Don't prepare for close combat. Seems I nailed it with the gun. Well, at least know how to use one. So what's over here that's worth guarding? Let's see, I gotta notice something. Let me think here. I'm gonna put this There we go. Yeah, it's another one of those temporary builds I use to climb on top of stuff. Okay, this is just sulfur. Still, it's not exactly the most useless substance in the world by far. And it looks like there's something else on a sort of a ledge, I guess? Let me see if I can use my rock climbing skills and get up this ledge here. I was thinking this a lot during the build, but it would be so much easier if I had a jetpack. That way I can hover and build stuff. Speaking of building stuff, another temporary build coming up. Let me just get out of my own way here. See if we can jump on top of this thing. Ah, there we go. This thing does go up a ways, doesn't it? Can I put a ramp here? Yeah, I can. Okay, that's good. Very good. Ah. Yeah, I knew that there was more to this thing. So I got sulfur ore, I got deuterium ore, I got eyes on another thing I can dig up. Okay, again, I can't just jump up this thing. Let me, what if I angled it just right and then built it, like, downwards, like this? Of course, then it starts interfering with the other ramp, but by the time that happens... Alright, fine, I'll take out this ramp. Alright, there we go, that's better. Can't see that sulfur thing I was spotting earlier, but still kind of curious what kind of a place this is. This is just iron, but still, every little bit helps. Where was that sulfur ore? No, it doesn't make too much difference. Well, I was gonna say it doesn't make too much difference, but there it is. So, it would be kind of remiss of me to just see it and not bother with it, wouldn't it? There we go. Well, I think that about wraps it up for my expedition all the way up this mountain. Wait a second, no it doesn't. I see something else over here. I don't think I can jump that gap, so I'll just stick a station. But I will take out that ramp. Yeah, this too. Yeah, it's just more sulfur. Keep expecting something like a hidden cave entrance. You know, the one you have to use explosives to get access to. I mean, yeah, the last one of those I broke into contained a giant spider in it, but it's neither here nor there. I could probably shoot it to death as well. Of course, it's a pretty dangerous area. I mean, there's that gas, or whatever it is, it's toxic. I can't breathe it, so keep that in mind. Actually, it might not just be toxic. I think it's corrosive, too. There's some kind of node over here. I suspect it's just sulfur. Of course, if that turns out to be deuterium, very honestly, I don't know what to say. You know, this is one fascinating biome. It's also one that isn't very easy to see in. What the? Alright, whatever that is, I didn't see anything that was worth going after, so I'm just gonna hightail it back here. Probably need to check on my steel production anyway. That hit a bit of a hitch, but I think the real obstacle that I was trying to leapfrog over was quartz production. Hello? This place is just chock full of these nodes, isn't it? Well, they're not actually nodes. They're just little deposits of stuff, but well, either way, I don't mind if I do. I think that's just sulfur. I don't know why it's being guarded by two nests or hives or whatever, but regardless, I gotta go back to not so much Spiral Lake, but stop by Steel Hill. Okay, yeah, I'm out of coal again. Let me just refuel. Here we go. Refuel this thing. I don't know how it ran out. Set it on autopilot. Make sure I don't get run over here. Maybe extend the weight here. Not extend the weight. I'm trying to make it automatic. I determined how long it took for this thing to go from to make a round trip between the truck stops, but how long does it take to burn through an entire stack of coal? That's 100 divided by like 90 minutes is about a minute. I'm just getting around. Now doing this will let the coal plant, well, not the coal plant, the coal miners at Spiral Lake, it'll let them build up a little bit more coal. With that said, those boxes are getting kind of full. I think the one thing I ought to do right now is go back to the hub. There's a couple of things I ought to get done there, especially now that the first part of Phase 2 is wrapping up. It's almost 90% of the way there. Now, admittedly, I was not expecting to spend quite so much time fiddling around with the build for the Quartz plant. I mean, I came up with one build, determined it was not very efficient, took it down after so much finagling, and then built it back, and then put it back together anew with one 8-way splitter. Something has to be split 8 ways in Quartz production. It's just the proportions, the way these things work. Another thing I gotta do, that build almost ran me out of plates. I mean, look at how few of them I have. Just plain plates. 23 of them. That's it. Let's see. I think I was making up more plates, but I'm just going to put a box here, because plates are usually made in the Combine Factory, but the Combine Factory uses exactly as many plates as it produces, so there's nothing left over and no need for a box. So it's interesting to be going back to basics, but I suppose I can do without the overclocking here. I think I made some during one of the builds in a bit of a, like, because I urgently needed it. Alright. This is on 2. Is any of this powered? Okay, it looks like it is. Never mind. Yeah, I know how questionable that sounded. Do we really not have any milestones? Okay, I got some. was the reason I took those beams out. I've only got 48 encased industrial beams somehow, but I can make the remaining 2 right here in the... If it wasn't for that freighter crash... Milestone reached. After several pioneers started exhibiting traumatic responses to power blackouts, Fixit developed mitigation tools recommended by a local therapist. Power storages can hold excess power to delay or prevent blackouts in the eventuality that your factory's power consumption exceeds production. I might need that. To simplify, these are rechargeable batteries. Power towers carry power lines for significantly greater distances than poles, facilitating factory expansion and exploitation of this environment for the good of Fixit and humanity. Yeah, we mustn't forget humanity, must we? Not to mention all the kittens and the puppies, and the hamsters and the gerbils and the guinea pigs too. And the bronies and the ponies and the phonies and the... Hello? Power towers. Power storages. Yeah, this is where steel is going to come into play here. Only got one more milestone left, and it's hyper tubes. Do I have enough steel for those? Sorry, enough pipes, and the answer is no to that, but I've got it all at Steel Hill. Although, let me just see what... Yeah, this thing's connected to... I'm going to give it a little one-off task here, and let's make encased industrial beams. Oh wow, okay, that's a lot. It's 167 steel beams. Now that means I need 150. Hang on a second. I need 300 concrete. Let me just split this stack here. Come on, I had this. There we go. Split the stack. Split this stack too. 150. Well, it's not all that important that I get that one right, as long as... Because it's going to go through all the concrete anyway. So, yeah, here we go. This will make the encased industrial beams.